Today's lesson is going to be on capitalization. What's it all about? Capital letters can be confusing for writers of English because our language developed from many other languages, each with its own capitalization rules. The rules for capitalizing have often changed. Many words that were capitalized in the past are no longer capitalized unless they begin a sentence. There are the titles of a poem or are being used as a proper name. Two examples are spring and fall. What's it all about? Did something seem wrong or funny to you when you read the paragraph at left? Of course, there was no capitalization. In fact, there are 5 capitalization errors in the paragraph. Circle the letters that should have been capitalized. You are going to pause the video now and on your guided notes, circle the 5 capitals that should have been. All right, let's check ourselves. The 5 capitals that I think there should be are the C there because it begins a sentence, English because English is talking about the language. We have because it's a capital letter at the beginning of a sentence. And then we have many because it's the beginning of a sentence. And two because it's the beginning of a sentence. So those are the 5 capitals that should have been. Let's find out. In each of the following model sentences, the same word has been used twice, once with a capital letter and once with a small letter. Your job is to figure out the rule that explains why the same word is capitalized in one place and not in another. Looking at sentence number 1, says, I think that spring is my favorite season, said a girl named Spring Summerall. So the word that is the same as spring and spring. So we have to think, why is it not capitalized in the first sentence, but it is in the second time you see spring? In the first, it's just naming the season, no big deal. But the second spring is the girl's actual name. And whenever you have the actual name of someone, you use a capital letter. Now, if you look at sentence number 2, it says, do you mean to say that of all the seasons you like spring best? Asked Season Saxon, Spring's best friend. So when we look at this sentence, we have the word seasons and we have the word spring and spring. So once again, this is going through and this is just naming the common seasons, common spring, but season is her actual name and spring is an actual name. So in the next sentence, we have spring was born in spring. Can you guess which season it was when her sister Autumn was born? So again, spring was the girl's name, and it is also the beginning of a sentence. Then you have just the generic spring naming the season, and then you have autumn. Now, if we were just saying it's autumn out time, then autumn would not be capitalized, but since it is her name, it is capitalized. Did you know capital letters are sometimes called uppercase letters? That's because in the past, when printers set rows of metal type by hand, they kept the letters in rows of wooden cases. The capital letters in the upper cases and the small letters were in the lower cases. All right, let's practice. Now that you've become a capitalization expert, test your skills by correcting the sentences on your guided notes. Then share your notes with me. When you've done that, you will complete the mastery check for capitalization lesson 1. Good luck and have fun. Oh, don't forget to submit your mastery check to me as well.